Hey guys, it's Jordan from All About Frenchies here. We are back in action, and today we're going to talk about cleaning your French Bulldog's facial folds. So that is these cute little wrinkles that they get on their face because they have a very smushed face. That excess skin folds over and creates these cute little folds. But they need cleaning. They need cleaning pretty often because they can collect a lot of moisture and dirt and grime and bacteria in there, and it can not only be bad for their health, but it also just kind of looks bad. So we're going to go through the steps of cleaning those out and talk about what to use and how often to expect to clean your Frenchie's folds. Augie here is volunteered to participate in the video, so let's get started. You're going to need a few things that you can get definitely from Amazon, but also likely to find these things just in your regular grocery store. They're not uncommon cleaning products. So we're going to use some regular old moist wipes for people, just regular old dry wipe. Doesn't have to be specific to dogs. We're going to use some tear stain remover. So this is a sodium hydroxide based tear stain remover, specifically to get stains out from their eyes and from tears running down their face. This is an AKC brand, and it's worked pretty good for us. It really doesn't matter what brand you go with, but sodium hydroxide tends to be the most effective. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. We're going to use some tissue paper to apply the tear stain remover, so a couple of those. If your Frenchie has really pronounced folds, kind of like Augie does, where the folds are really deep, you can use a cotton swab or a cotton ball to really help get the cleaning product in there. So I'm also going to apply a little bit of snout soother. This is just an all-natural shea butter based moisturizer for your Frenchie's nose. Brachycephalic breeds like Boston Terriers, Pugs, French Bulldogs, English Bulldogs, they can get really dry, kind of scaly noses, and I think that's probably because they can't reach them as easily to moisturize and moisten their nose like a lot of other longer snout breeds could. So we're going to apply a little bit of that, and that's just more of a comfort thing for your dog, and it makes their nose look nice and healthy and moist. So you may be tempted to pick up something like this. This is just some sort of off-brand eye and face and ear wipe for dogs, but in my experience these are literally nothing more than just rebranded wet wipes that you would use, you know, for a baby or a human or something. They're really just overpriced trash. So don't be tempted to buy these because these are worthless. Okay, so go ahead and grab your Frenchie. It's easier if you're sitting, and you can kind of get them to sit a little bit. You want to be able to look over and down at their face. I'm going to start with a moist wipe. I'm just going to take one, and I'm just going to work all through those folds. Just put it on your finger, and you can already see some gunk coming off of there. And be careful not to get in their eyes. Try not to annoy them too much. They're not going to like it, but really, I mean, don't be afraid to get in there and work and clean around those folds. It's for their own good, so. And there you go. I don't know if you can see that, but it will come out kind of nasty. Augie, unfortunately, has really pronounced folds on his face, so his tend to get a little bit more grimy than some other French Bulldogs who have a little bit smoother face, like Lottie here. So I'm just taking the fold, pulling it apart, and wiping against the grain of his fur. And it's not going to look like you're doing much, but it really does help, and you really are just trying to get it clean in there and sanitize it and get the bacteria out. And so that's that. We're done with that one. Set that aside for a second. We're going to move on to the the tear stain remover, I'm going to take just a couple of sheets of tissue paper. Don't need much. And give this stuff a good shake. And so, 9 times out of 10 this stuff is going to be like a blue-green color. This really is essentially just an astringent for your dog's eyes, or their folds rather. So we're going to moisten it just about like that. Just get it kind of wet. Come here, buddy. I cannot guarantee that your Frenchie will enjoy this. And same thing as before, just pull it apart and really try to get in there and get the product worked into his fur, or her fur rather, whichever. And be very, very careful not to get this in their eye. Make sure they close their eye while you're cleaning it. Get down in there. Just like that. And it will bring out a little bit more. You'll probably have to repeat this 2 or 3 times if you really want to get all of that staining out from their tears. I like to follow up. Just take the wipe again once I'm done with that, and just to be sure there's nothing left in there that can maybe irritate them. I like to brush it out. And there you go. Naturally, always finish up with some treats so you can make all this a positive experience. That's it. Good boy. How you doing? Oh, she says I'm doing pretty good, Dad. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Come on. Oh, he says I'm doing pretty good, Dad, too. Says I'm doing alright. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply a little bit of snout soother. And this is just a really kind of, it's not really like a petroleum, it's kind of hard and you have to warm it up on your fingertip. I like to just get my finger nice and covered. They're going to lick off 90% of this as soon as you put it on, but it does help. So just get it on your finger and work it right into their nose. They're not going to like it. Come here, Bubby. There you go. Just work it in, and if you're being a good boy, get your treat. And that's that. That's how to clean your French Bulldog's facial folds.